Hey there YouTube, this is Mr. Budget. I know we haven't done this type of video in a long time, but uh, excuse me. I was just looking back on my videos today. For those who don't know, this is November 24th. Time of recording is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone. But someone was commenting on one of our videos asking for the Rorowa Premium deck list. I come to realize I have not put it out yet, so here it is. This is for you. Thank you for your comment. Please, guys, comment down below, because as you guys comment to us, we know what type of videos you're looking for, what you guys would like to see in the future, and that helps us grow as a community and also as a channel. So the more you guys comment, the more you guys click that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, that we know that we're doing a good job and doing our job and doing a good job, so that we can bring more better content to you. But without further ado, this is a Rorowa Premium deck profile, so I hope you guys enjoy, you like it. Yeah, we'll just go from there. So as stated, this is Rorowa, so you're gonna need 4 copies of For One's Precious Thing Rorowa. So this is one of the glitter vanguards from Overdress. Unfortunately, not a lot of Overdress cards can be turned into a premium deck, but this is one of them. So this will be a part of the Overdress into premium sub genre of videos that we've been doing. So this is going to be I think episode 6 or 7. I'm not really sure. I'll get there. You'll see the video eventually. But what Rorowa does here is that once per turn, act effect on a Vanguard circle, you can Soul Blast 1 card and create up to 3 plant tokens. So this is bringing back the old Neo Nectar plant token type of strategy, but with a bit of a twist. And then he also has a defensive skill. Whenever he's attacked, he can sacrifice a token, not a plant token, a token, and gain plus 5k power for each token that you sacrifice. And it's not once per turn. So just keep that in mind. But this is your boss, and this is what you want to land on so you can play the deck properly. For backup grade 3, we're playing 3 copies of Deep Green Lord Master Wisteria. Wisteria here is a really old card, but old but new, because it's revamped into the VR format. So Wisteria here has a Vanguard Rigor skill, 1 place, counterblast 1, discard a card from your hand. You can look up to you can call up to 2 plant tokens, then choose one of your units and search your deck for up to 1 copy of that card and add it to your hand. So you can also search up copies of Rorowa, because it is a unit. It doesn't say rear guards or other rear guards, it says other units. So you can search your Vanguard, so that way you can get your persona right off. Its other unique skill is that when it attacks, you can Soul Blast 1 and choose 2 of your units that they share the same name. When this unit is on Vanguard, those 2 units will gain plus 10k power, but if it's on Rearguard, they're going to get plus 5k power. So this is another way to make numbers in your lines, and also keep with that old Neo Nectar flavor of having more copies of units on board. The last grade 3 that we play is a New Order. So if you guys watched the previous video where I did a fight video with this card wasn't out. So this is a new rendering of this deck. It's going to constantly change as we get more new Stochea units and things like that. But I figure since we're playing a bunch of tokens, we're playing the one order of Fun Marching. So this card is play with Soul Blast 1. All of your grade 1 or less rear guards get plus 5k power. So it turns your 5k tokens into 10k tokens, and all your grade 1s into 13k boosters or attackers. So this way you can get a lot of power, and also this does affect your Momoken token, giving it an additional plus 5k power to give to the grade 2 Redrina. Speaking of which, that's all of our grade 3s. We're gonna jump right into our grade 2s. We play 4 of our other glitter unit, Redrina. So her effect is counterblast 1. If you haven't already, create the Momoken token, which is, for those who don't know, is this grade 0 token. Then when she attacks, if you have a Momoken token, you can Soul Blast 1 and copy whatever current power this unit has and give it to her. So the idea is to get this thing really buff and really strong. That way when she attacks, she copies the power. But what people don't know is that if you boost, you can also copy the power. So if this is 20k boosting, she'll get additional 20, so this is now becomes 40k boosting, which makes this column 50. So that's another way to make really good strong numbers. While we have it here, the Momoken token is once per turn, you can retire any number of your other rear guards and give this unit plus 5k power for each one retired. Not tokens, units. So you can kill off other units that you already used, or on place effects, or units that are just cluttering up your board. You can use this to retire them, give this a lot of power. And then it also has the glitter effect that if your Vanguard is Rorowa, this unit can attack from the back row. So this allows you to go from a 3 attack deck to a 4 attack deck. Our next grade 2 that we play is Maiden of Nepithys. Took me a very long time to figure out how to pronounce that word. It is a pitcher plant. For those who know a little green history, this is a pitcher plant. So what she does is very utility for the deck. She is Act, Vanguard, or Rearguard, so she is one of our grade 2 ride targets. Retire a plant token. So you will be able to make plant tokens grade 1 or grade 2. And then she gets plus 5k and you draw a card. So not only does she gain power but also draws you a card. But when she's on rear guard, she gains the boost ability for doing this. Then her other skill is when she boosts a grade 3, like our Wisteria, she gives the grade 3 that she boosted a crit. So not only that you're putting pressure on the Vanguard circle, but your rear guard columns are having crit pressure and gaining numbers alongside that. And then finally, at the end of the battle that she boosted a grade 3, if she gave that grade 3 a crit, she moves herself to the soul. So you are gaining soul economy, you're gaining draw economy, and you're getting crit and power economy. So all in one card, you're getting full effects and full pressure onto your opponent. Our next grade 2 is our power grade 2. We play 3 copies of Tyrannite Flicko. So this card is similar to another Neo Nectar card, but I think she's a little bit better because when she attacks, she looks out on your board. For every grade 0, she gets plus 5k power for each grade 0 when she attacks. This isn't just once per turn, it's whenever she attacks. So if you're able to restand her, she can attack again. So it's for the duration of that battle. So it doesn't stack, but if you have 3, she's going to get 15, makes her at 25. Then if you're able to restand her, that's another 25. It's similar to another grade 2, but when that unit is placed, I forgot the name, it escapes me, you only get the power for that on place turn, where she gets the power for every attack she does. And finally, the last grade 2 that we play, because this deck eats up a lot of soul, we play 2 copies of Blooming Petal Crocilius. So this card says, on place, if you have absolutely no soul charge 2 cards. So if anyone knows how playing Rorowa in Overdress or Standard, you know that this deck eats up a lot of soul. So you need to be able to replace your soul as fast as you use it. Speaking of that as well, we play 4 copies of our grade 1 Maiden of Sweetberry. This is another one of our ride targets. So Maiden of Sweetberry says, when placed, Vanguard or Rearguard, create a plant token. So that's how this kind of ties in with the grade 2 Maiden card. Then, if your Vanguard is grade 3 on Rearguard, you may soul charge 1 card. So this is another card that allows you to soul charge, and then she gets additional plus 5k power. So she becomes a 13k booster. Next, we can't play any premium deck without having our grade 3 searcher. So this is Valkyrie of Replication Padmini. So any other grade 3 searcher all have the same ability, but Padmini's unique effect is that if you have 2 or more tokens on board, not plant tokens, you get additional plus 5k. So this is another 13k booster. And our last grade 1, which can be anything. This is a flex spot. You can just play any utility card or any power card. For me, I'm playing 4 copies of Knight of Nasagia Marco. Marco here, on place, gives any grade 1 or less unit plus 5, grade 1 or less unit plus 5k power. So giving more power to the Moken token, so you'll give plus 5k to the Moken token, and then Moken token retires it, that's another plus 5k. So this gives additional 10k to that unit whenever you go into that play. Okay, so next we're going to go into the grade 0s. Of course, we're starting with the normal starter. Any natural V starter on when ride upon, draw one, is going second, get a quick shield token. We play 4 copies of the Neo Nectar Hill Guardian because we need to protect our grade 2s when playing, and it's a really, really strong choice. You could go with the vanilla 20k shields if you want, or you can go with the utilities heal triggers, the new ones you got in Overdress, or the ones back in G where you can counter charge and soul charge for. You're also playing 4 copies of the Draw PG because you need to see your pieces. 4 copies of the Strike Crit. I play this because this is technically a stride deck, but we really don't do a lot of conditional striding. So I was also considering running the plus 10k into Soul Crit. It's just another thing that we could use to up our soul, get a lot more power and things like that. It's really your choice. I would run them if I had more of them, but unfortunately I don't. So this is what I have to choose. This is what I have to work with right now. But I would consider running the Into Soul plus 10k crit. And then finally, we run 3 extra draws because we need, I said we need to see our pieces, and the 1 still KO over trigger. You could run the Kree Elemental over trigger for a certain stride in this deck that could benefit from hitting it, but I think the utility of the over trigger is so much, of the Stocheo over trigger is so much better for this deck because it allows you to do so much more and gain so much more advantage over your opponent when you do hit it. So that is it for the main deck. We're going to take a quick look into the G Zone, and we're going to wrap this video up pretty quick. So, for our main stride, we're playing 2 copies of Entrancing Flower Princess Sandrine. Sandrine is the main stride that you're going to go into this deck because it's not just a normal stride, it is a superior stride. That way you can do all of your main deck shenanigans and overdress and, not overdress, persona ride and things like that. That's my phone going off. Persona ride and things like that and still have a stride turn. So Sandrine says, G-Zone. Retire 3 plant tokens, superior stride. Then this one, it gets plus 10k plus 1 crit. So if you were to persona ride and do this, that's an additional plus 20k to the Vanguard Circle plus additional crit. Very strong skill, very strong to work with, and very key piece into the Rorowa playstyle because this allows you to get your triple drives in a overdress deck. The next stride unit we play are 2 copies of Flower Princess of Compassion, La Sava. La Sava is here to work with our rear guards. So La Sava says, discard a card from your hand, turn a card face up in your G-Zone, choose one of your units and search your deck for up to 2 cards with the same grade, not name, grade as that unit. Call one and then add one to the hand. So let's say, for example, you have a grade 2 unit on board. You will search up 1 grade 2 and another grade 2 and add them to your hand. But in this case, you really want to search 2 copies of the exact same card. So if you have a grade 2 on board, you want to search 2 copies of the exact same card. Reason why is the Sava's second skill is when she attacks, you choose one of your rear guards for every copy of that rear guard. You stand those units. So you'll attack, Sava skill, choose her, restand. So this is where these come in because they tie into this stride. So that's it for this stride. Our next couple of strides and other units are just utility to help us bounce back if we need so. We play 1 copy of Flower Princess of 4 Seasons, Velahime. This is technically just a, if we're able to get there, an end button. Generation Break 3, she gives all of our rear guards plus 1 crit. So we're getting more crits on our rear guards, which are going to get more and more higher numbers. That way we can just try to push, try to end the game as quick as possible. So this is one of our win cons. Our next utility card is Sacred Tree Dragon, Break Weather Dragon. This card is just 1 on place. You choose units on your board and in your damage zone who have different names for each, one of each, and then send them back to the deck. If you send more than, I think it's more from your drop zone, return them to your deck. And if you sent more than 5 cards, you draw a card, countercharge 1, and soul charge 1. So this is just allow you to reaccumulate your resources. If you're about to deck out, you don't have enough soul, if you don't have enough counterblast, it's just a way to kind of hit the repeat button or hit the restart button on your deck. Next are our 2 big dragons. We have Progenitor Dragon of Regalia Birth Megalonoma and Zero Dragon of Death Garden Zoa. So these 2 cards are our beginning and our end. So this is another win con. For those who know what Zoa does, it's Counterblast 2. Choose one of your rear guards. It gains power 9999, and the ability, if it hits your opponent's Vanguard, you win the game. But this is what's known as an ultimate stride. For you to go into this, you must pitch the same name as your current Vanguard. To go into this as an ultimate stride, you must have Generation Break 3 live before going into this. Megalonoma is our we're about to lose, let's try to get another turnout. Progenitor has the same cost as Zoa. You must pitch the same name, but not as steep as a loss cost as Zoa. If you do not win the game, you lose your G zone. Keep that in mind when going into a Zero Dragon. But the Progenitors say that once you stride into it, you can start striding without paying the cost after the turn you use this. But Megaloma's unique skill is that when you're about to lose the game, you can send all cards from your damage, drop, in hand back to the deck, and then deal yourself 5 damage. And then immediately after you do that, your opponent's turn ends. So this literally says that when you die, you don't really die. Next are our G Guardians. We played 2 copies of Bond and Protector Musketeer Ontario. This is one of our biggest G Guardians. This says when placed, Soul Blast 1. If you have 1 or less or 4 or more rear guards, you get additional plus 5k shield. Soul Blast 1 to get additional plus 5. So that's 20, 35k shield. So this is one of our biggest shields. Next, we play 1 copy of Flower Princess of Dedication, Robertina. Her effect is when placed, choose a total of 2 normal units from your cards from your drop zone and rear guard. Put them on the bottom of your deck. If you do, you get to counter charge and get plus 5k shield. So this is another counter charger and another big shield. So this becomes a 30k shield. We also play Flower Princess of Autumn Sanctuary, Verna. You choose one of your units, and for every other unit that you have of that copy, this unit gets plus 5k shield. So if you have a board full of tokens, you choose one of them, this is going to get additional 20k shield. So this is going to be another 35k shield at max. At low, 10k shield. And then our last G Guardian is Sacred Tree Dragon, Rain Breath Dragon. So this unit allows you to play a unit from hand and then get plus 5k shield. So this could initiate a lot of other on-place effects to help you roll into more cards on board. So those are all of our G Guardians that we use. And as before I said, this is indeed a plant token deck. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys enjoyed what I've brought to you, what I've come up with. Let me know in the comments if you guys tried this deck out at your locals or you're playing at home or whatever the case be. Let me know if you guys changed anything, what you guys think is a better option for the deck. Even if you don't like the deck, just if you guys have another option for another Overdress deck that you guys want to see turn into a premium deck, put it down there in the comments, and I'll take the time to really scope out the landscape of the card and see what I can come up with. But I have been Mr. Budget. I know I've been gone for quite some time. A lot of personal things have been happening, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. If you guys know, if you see this playmat, it's a deck profile video. If you guys see the other playmat, you know it's a fight video. But please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys want to hear, what are you guys playing? What are your favorite decks and things like that, or what you're experimenting with and trying. But until next time, this has been Mr. Budget saying we'll see you later.